Almost Famous Radio podcast with your host, Jeffy McJefferson. Let's go.
And welcome to the Almost Famous Radio podcast. Jeffy McJefferson here. Just wanted to thank everybody first for listening. And I think we got a real treat for everybody today because in the studio, we have the Ricker.
Okay.
And then the man, Ron, do it live, Stanley.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, what's up, man?
Not too much.
Let's go around the table. Ricker.
Eclipsosaurus from Ninkasi.
Right on.
Zero sugar Coca-Cola for me.
Yeah, he usually drinks regular stuff, but that's all we had here. So
That'll work.
If he said it'll
It tastes pretty decent.
I have Dalton from Georgia. It tastes pretty decent for zero sugar.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Well, today I wanted to get into, I found a list, honestly. And then the last list we did was with Ricker and Rayette, and it was the worst 80s, worst 80s songs.
Yeah.
And shit
and
like
they
that.
were horrible.
And they're horrible. And we agree with most of them.
Yeah, worst number one songs of the 80s.
So this is a good list for Ron because he's, like I said, he's a musician. He obviously, you heard him before. You actually heard Ron before we started talking because he did the music.
That's right.
And a fantastic job. I still honestly think it's the best intro outro music ever.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know
Came out good, yeah.
I don't know if it could be beat.
It was fun.
It was great. So what I have a list of here today is like overrated bands of the 70s.
I had an idea.
Yeah.
I was just curious what everybody's musical backgrounds were.
Okay, Ricker?
Like zero.
What did you grow up with?
What you like?
Were your parents playing stuff or?
Gosh, nothing that I'd admit to. I mean, what I grew up with was what we all grew up with in the 70s.
Right on.
You know, grew up with, I don't know, when I was a kid, it was Bachman Turner Overdrive when I was real young, and then went to Halen when they came out, and, it just kind of evolved from there.
Instrument wise, I played the trombone when I was in 6th grade, and I played sports, so I just kind of gave up and plus lugging that son of a bitch to school every day sucked.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, my music background was rock.
Man, mine was so diverse.
Well, of course it was.
It was the early singers like Sinatra, Tony Bennett, people like that my mom listened to. And then my brother was super into the Beatles. He had a huge collection. He made it in the paper with his Beatles collection he had.
Oh, wow.
And then folk music, Kingston Trio. He was a huge Kingston Trio fan, so I grew up with folk music. And then as I got older, like his band used to rehearse in our living room, so I got to hear all the different music they were playing. That was fun, though. When they'd leave, I'd grab drumsticks and play the guy's drum set. That was fun. And then, I started listening to classical guitar stuff and just guitar greats, Wes Montgomery and, people like Larry Carlton. So I've got really diverse interest in music, but I do like the pop stuff as well. So,
yeah.
But like I said, I was a bit of a music snob. So some of the stuff that I like now, I just thought was too simple back in the day,
Yeah. See, well, you're saying my dad played a lot of Buddy Holly.
Great.
And I love Buddy Holly.
Love Buddy Holly.
And he was a big Kingston Trio guy himself. So listen to them. And, and a lot of Herb Alpert and T1 Grass.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
There
gonna
you
listen
go.
to that.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's what they listen to.
That's,
probably
pretty much it.
somewhere
I mean,
in there.
Which was good music.
Those are his three. And then that's what we listened to when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know? And I love all that shit to this day. I love Buddy Holly and Kingston Trio and Herb Alpert.
It stands the test of time.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah. And Then we went to Partridge Family. No, not really.
I did watch that show.
I watched it too.
Well,
I watched it for Lori Partridge, but go ahead.
It's funny you're saying that because I think there's been an appreciation, even though it's totally freaking made up crap, the Monkees.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's
yeah.
like, oh, their music's kind of cool.
It is.
I like the Monkees.
Yeah, I know,
too.
but I mean, it was all made up, contrived, and it's like, there was no appreciation for it. And all of a sudden, the last 10 years, it's like, yeah,
You're
the
right.
music's not bad.
My brother made me throw away my Monkees album.
Whoa.
He hated them.
Yeah.
And now he appreciates what they did.
So he should
you're
go out.
right, Rick. That's
So he
exactly
should go
what
out and
happened.
find another Monkees album and buy it
owes
and
me
give it to
another
you.
Monkees album.
Yeah.
Right.
He owes you a fucking Monkees album, man.
Yeah, it was.
As far as I'm concerned.
it was shocking.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. Well, we played a lot of 45s back in the day. Stuff like that,
Yeah, a whole different world now. Yeah.
whole different world.
It is.
And
I mean,
any music you want. It's it's amazing.
And we thought 8 tracks were cool, and they really suck.
they do.
Yeah.
Well, we thought cassettes were a great upgrade.
Oh.
They suck too.
Well, cassettes were the shit.
They were.
Because,
but-
you come off of the 8 track, and
You know,
you can't rewind them. You can't forward them. You can't do anything.
Well, the one thing that the 8-tracks had was they played in a constant loop. So you could just put it in and freaking play it and play it and play it and play it
You
and
could
play it.
fast forward in a way, could you? You could jump to
Yeah,
a
I think
song.
so.
I think you could
I never
jump
had.
to
I
another
never
song.
figured that out.
I think you could, but I
Yeah.
mean, if you left it in there and just
I had one of those press button 8-track players. It almost looks like a game show plunger,
Oh, wow, I've never seen
Okay.
that.
and it only did it, for 4, whatever.
Four
Four of the
tracks.
tracks.
Okay, yeah.
Right,
Yep.
and so
Huh.
it was probably made by K-Tel.
Probably.
I just remember the ones that were in your car. I
Yeah,
can remember
that's
I'd
the
never
ones I
seen one
remember.
outside of
That
the
you had to install under the dash
Yes.
because no cars came with an 8-track player.
It was like ELO, I think, had 8 tracks back then, and
Yeah,
that was one of the big ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had some Kiss 8 tracks, but I was like, I had mostly albums, but we did buy an 8-track of Alive 2, and it was like, oh, cool, but you can't beat the album itself, and you can do anything you want with the album.
Right.
And then the 8-track came along, and it was a pile of shit. And then, cassettes, like you said, you could rewind them, stuff like that. But if they ever got twisted up, man, you have to use the old pencil to, get your
Right.
tape back going
Yep.
again.
And they degraded pretty fast, I think.
Real
too.
fast.
Yeah.
But they were cool.
It was what you had. back
It was
then.
an upgrade.
And then onto the CD generation,
CDs are
streaming
awesome.
now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for number 30 on this list?
Let's hit it.
Now remember, this is some jackwagon who thinks he's
These are the
overrated.
all-time best.
The worst, the overrated.
Oh, overrated.
Overrated.
Okay.
Kind of. I'm going to start off at the gate saying I'm going to disagree with him on this one. Overrated band, The Who.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with that too.
I think they are overrated, but probably not that much. Not that much. But yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I just never been a big Who fan. Just not.
It took me a little bit, but I saw them live, and that changed my whole look at them. I was like,
Okay.
wow, these guys are incredible. But Pete Townsend, I think he's a genius.
Pete Townsend is a genius.
Yeah.
I know Roger Daltrey fronts the band, but that's Pete Townsend's
Oh,
band.
it's his band.
All over the
And
place.
his solo stuff sounds,
Good.
It's the Who.
He's
He's the Who.
Yeah.
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 I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But I still, I'm
Except for that song, it sounds like he he molests boys. What's one was that he did with the
all of them.
no?
Oh, sorry. That was an
He
accident.
got in trouble with that, didn't he?
Oh, yes,
he had
he
something
did.
on his computer, I think, and he goes,
I don't know. He had
I'm
like
just studying.
It was
Yeah.
art.
I forgot what song that was for some reason. Anyway, but I liked him, man. It's especially, still to this day, Eminence Front is one of my favorite Who
Great
songs
song.
ever.
Yeah. I love his tape.
Pretty
He does
good.
tape looping. It's really good.
So it's good shit. So Well,
Yeah, I disagree with that one.
I disagree with that one.
Yeah,
We have an
2-1.
agreement. We have an agreement from Ricker.
All right.
Oop! I freaking lost it here. Okay, let's. Oh, it has it actually backwards here. So let me go. Then we've got number 29. Yeah, I guess we're going to count down backwards.
Right.
I'm not sure. I'll just go ahead and tell you the artist. Dolly Parton. Overrated or not overrated?
I don't think so.
I can't over.
You can't have a career
yeah.
like that and be overrated.
Yeah. That spanned this long
Yeah.
and be popular in more than one genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, she doesn't deserve to be on that list.
And then the massive upper part of her body.
She's got that
I
going
think
too.
who was it said that? He said, was it Johnny Carson said I would probably breastfeed until I was 18.
Was she on the show when he said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, probably because, Carson was.
You could say that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But
As long as you said it correctly.
I didn't really listen to a whole bunch of her music, but damn, man, she's like a timeless, I don't want to say timeless classic because that's easy. But she's,
Again, how
And
many
she wrote
decades?
songs, too.
How many decades of music has she put out? And it's like,
yeah.
She started really young too.
Yeah.
So she,
I mean,
Yeah.
I just have to say that's a no on that one.
Yeah, I can't stand that Jolene song.
No, not really, but who cares?
It's getting
There's-
repetitive.
I'm sure there's plenty of music
Yeah,
that I
there
would
is.
love, but at the same time,
I'm not a
Is she
country and
overrated?
western fan.
yeah, I'm not a big country, but Whitney Houston made that one song of hers huge. I Will Always Love You.
Yeah, that was hers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
sure.
see, there you go.
Yeah.
Overrated. I'm not sure why she's on the list.
So
I don't
that's-
know.
yeah,
that's
I
a
don't-
strange one.
I-
Again, I think that sometimes these list compilers are doing it to be controversial, so people look at it.
They want clicks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
28.
Another one.
I'm going to let you guys decide first. I'm not going to say anything until you guys do, but ABBA.
See, that's a tough one because, again, large body of work. So you can't really say they're overrated, but they're not my freaking cup of tea at all.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
What do you think, Ron?
They have some really catchy songs.
They did.
Really
They did.
catchy dance songs and
I think this goes back to freaking like Dolly Parton. It's like, I can't say it's overrated because, again, large body of work.
I can't overrate them.
So many hits.
I can't
Yeah.
overrate
So
them just
many.
because of their sound was their sound. I don't know if any other sounds of a band
Yeah.
before or after that they even sounded like them.
right. Yeah, pretty original.
So it's really hard for me to overrate somebody that's original like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of hit songs.
Yeah.
God, a ton.
Man.
Gosh, this is out of 9 votes, it's been 8-1.
8-1. Yeah.
That's-
You had, I think, well, I'm sure that we'll disagree with some more.
Oh, I'm sure we will, but
But-
it's still, we're disagreeing with the list almost,
Yeah.
man for man at this point.
that's-
We should probably find the guy or girl. I don't know if it's a girl, but hopefully it's a guy.
And what their credentials
So we can,
are.
well, the credentials, and then we can invite him in here and then kick the shit out of him.
Well, how about an explanation of why you think they're overrated?
I'd like that too.
And then kick the
well,
shit
we
out
want
of
to.
him,
We
right.
want to. Yeah, we should give him a chance to talk first before we kick the ever loving shit out of him.
Okay,
Right.
we can do that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, we have a plan.
Okay.
We all agree.
I'm sure he'll be here any moment now, right?
Well, we'll have to look him up.
Right.
27's Radiohead. I didn't know they were out in the 70s.
I didn't either. I don't know any of their music.
I know one song and I don't like it. Creep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not.
And that wasn't in the 80s.
So how does Creep?
No, that was in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, I'm not
So I'm
sure
not
why
sure-
they're on the
I'm
list.
not sure if that belongs in here or not because I'm not a Radiohead fan, never have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah.
I don't know how far back they go. So
But I'm gonna sit there and go. I'll agree with the author. Overrated.
I'm going to agree with them too, just because of what I've heard from them.
How does Creep go?
Oh, gee, I can't.
Oh, it's a slow song.
Right. It makes you want to freaking, drink the Kool-Aid or the Flavor Aid.
Weirdo.
Yeah.
What the hell am I doing here?
Yeah.
I don't belong here. That's basically it.
Okay.
It's terrible.
I don't have an opinion because I don't know their stuff.
That's okay. And kudos to you for not listening to them.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
All right.
Because I don't care for them.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people like them. And
But I mean, how much of their stuff have you listened to?
that one song.
So that's it. So I don't know. I don't know if that's fair to them.
Yes, it's totally fair.
It's fair enough.
Okay.
If the only song you're known for sucks so bad that you want to freaking, commit murder suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get what they
You do
get.
have a
Sorry.
point there.
And obviously he was a creep and a weirdo.
Right.
He's
even saying
he self-admitted it.
Yeah,
He was a
he's
creep.
Stop
saying
talking about
it.
Pete Townsend.
Yeah.
All right.
And what the hell am I doing here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Number 26, this is going to be, I can't wait to hear this from you guys on this one. Overrated band, number 26, The Beatles.
What?
The Beatles.
Oh, no way.
I was waiting.
I'm gonna agree with that. I think they are. I think they are. They're great. But the greatest thing ever since sliced bread, I think they are overrated.
Ron's a big Beatle guy.
I get it. I get it. And some people are. My uncle is. And you can't, if you say anything wrong about it, he's going to freaking go into an apoplectic fit. And it looks like Ron's getting ready to.
No, I'm just trying to think of what's overrated about them. I think they only had 7 years together or something like that. 7 or 8 years that they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
like
63. Well, I mean, as being famous. Yeah.
63, like 71 or something. And to have such a diverse amount of music, talk about number ones.
Oh, again.
Well, yeah, they charted, and then people love them.
And you can't have that many number ones and be overrated, I don't think, can you?
I think so. I really
like
do.
saying Michael Jackson is overrated.
That's a possibility too.
You think he's on that list?
He could be.
He might
He
be,
could
huh?
be. I mean,
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to say.
Look I'm not saying that they're not great, but I mean, people treat them like they are. It's the best music.
Okay,
it's
I see where you're
the
coming
end-all
from.
music,
Okay.
and I think in that vein, they are overrated.
It's funny to me though, Ron. Okay, and here's why I think they kind of are overrated. Is that a lot of artists that go, "Oh, I was influenced by the Beatles." Okay, and that's fine, but I don't hear any of that in their songs that say that, people that say that, ever.
Yeah.
And I think what they did was tremendous. I mean, they did a lot of stuff, man. They were pretty, ambitious. They were, they did a lot of experimental shit.
Exactly.
I didn't, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I listened to that whole record and I didn't care for it.
Now, see, I actually thought it was pretty decent.
I didn't.
You didn't? That's okay.
But a lot of their stuff to me was more bubblegum.
Yeah, their early stuff I don't really listen to.
See, now that's funny because some of that stuff is what I like.
And if anybody liked Yellow Submarine, I can't understand how
that one kind of loses me.
I can't
too.
understand how anybody would like that song.
Well, I think that's Ringo's song, right?
Probably.
That could be the
We'll
reason.
pin that one on Ringo. But I love George
a lot of
Harrison.
Ringo stuff.
I
is
love
like that.
George Harrison. I think George Harrison is a flat genius.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
So is McCartney.
Yeah, they were. I think they were if you're going to have underrated, if you're going to have an underrated Beatle, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
Harrison was definitely the underrated
I think
one.
the most,
you're
if you're going to
right.
overrate,
You're right.
overrate him, 1 to 4.
Right.
First overrated one has got to be
Lennon.
John Lennon.
Lennon for sure. Easy.
Yeah.
That's an easy call.
Yeah. And then probably
freaking
Ringo.
McCartney. No, McCartney's
Overrated.
Ringo doesn't freaking.
He's overrated.
Yeah,
Because I heard people call him he's a hell of a drummer. I didn't think he was a great drummer.
Well, he put in the right parts, that's for sure.
He did, but
I mean, he wasn't like
when
Billy
you talk,
Cobham or something.
when you
like
think
that.
about great drummers, the first thing that pops in my mind is not Ringo Starr.
Yeah, it's not.
So, and then George Harrison completely
that's
underrated.
Yeah,
that's the snobbery of music, though.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's why this is good.
yeah, because just because he's not like flashy, he's doing what needed to be done with those songs. So
okay.
that's part of being a drummer, a big part of it.
Yeah, so do drummers in a high school band. We'll move on.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Boy, you lost that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay.
He didn't lose it.
Yeah.
I know he's a Beatles guy, and that's great.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't realize that they were in the 70s at first, but 25 is Bon Jovi. Now, I'm going to go first because I'm going to credit Bon Jovi for their first two records before Slippery When Wet, because I thought their first two records were awesome. They rocked their asses off, and I thought they had some great songs with their self-titled record and then 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit. It was rockin' city. I mean, if you had to listen to it, and then they came out with Slippery When Wet, and then they started doing more ballads than fucking Styx.
Right.
Go ahead, y'all. I'll give you.
I don't know their music very well. I know maybe 3 of their songs.
I'm a little shocked at that.
I'm gonna kind of agree with Overrated. Not by much, but yeah, a little bit overrated.
No, I think they're overrated. I just think their first two albums were kick.
They were, and I think that they've got, again, they've got good music at times, but again, I think overrated.
Yeah,
I think they've,
I'm going to say they are.
Yeah,
we all agree.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Ron's going with us.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you.
Well, just as I said.
That's peer pressure right there,
I'm on
Ron.
board.
What are you going to say now that you lost the Beatles debate?
Everybody's overrated now.
Right.
Everybody's fucking overrated.
Yeah.
They all suck.
That changed everything.
How about Styx 24?
No,
That's a tough one
Styx.
because I think that Styx has great
like Styx,
music
too.
and they freaking,
Yeah.
but again, just like REO and some of those other bands, it's like they went freaking heavy on the stupid freaking, the
Ballad shit.
ballad shit. And it's
Well,
like,
that was Dennis DeYoung. He was an idiot.
I get it, but it's
But
still
they're well written ballads.
I'll agree with
Right.
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're usually
Yeah.
catchy and they usually
very
freaking
catchy.
charted well, but I still, it's
Well,
like,
now we have to throw away that Kilroy shit.
I kind of like that. Kind of like that, man.
Wait, I don't know what that is.
That Kilroy, that Kilroy
what is that?
shit. The Kilroy Was Here record or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was Styx?
Domo
Yeah.
arigato,
Yeah,
Mr.
Roboto,
Roboto.
yeah.
Domo.
I know that one. Yeah.
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 It's a pile.
Yeah, that's different.
It's different. That's right, man.
That's a
Ron, you're
different-
so nice for being the most
Musically,
critical music guy
Yeah.
ever. That was like the nicest thing you could ever say,
different, yeah.
especially about a pile of shit song like Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, that wasn't their biggest hit. That's right.
So I mean, I'm sure after that, I don't know if I can remember the timeline or not, but after that's probably when they aced Dennis DeYoung.
yeah.
Have you guys seen Styx live?
Yes,
Yeah.
well, not with Dennis DeYoung.
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
I've seen him twice.
I've seen him twice, yeah.
I think Tommy Shaw has one of the best freaking vocals. He's one of the best vocalists I've ever heard live, especially.
Yeah,
I've seen him with Styx. I've seen him with Damn Yankees.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, I like
They're good live,
Styx.
man.
I'm not gonna lie, I like
Yeah,
Styx,
I do too.
and I know that I didn't like that Babe,
Right.
but I do like a lot of stuff, and if you listen to Styx, collection, listen to the stuff that didn't get played on the radio, and then you probably have a little more respect
Yeah,
for
the
them than
early
you do.
stuff is amazing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they have a lot of good stuff that never got played on the radio that you should listen to, because I mean, honestly, that stuff was really good.
Wasn't he like 16 and 17 years old when the band was?
Which one?
Tommy
Shaw.
Yeah, those guys were like 16 and 17 when they had their first album.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
It's amazing. Yeah, so they were already that talented.
Yeah, I'm going to say that they're not overrated.
I don't think so. Again, that's one of those things where there's not a whole lot of hype behind them, and they had a lot of good music. So that I can't say that they're overrated.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what you guys think about number 23 because I have my own personal opinion about them.
Okay,
go figure.
Right,
The Doors.
Overrated.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. I have to say they had great music, but again, I think that's one of those bands that it's like, oh, he's a genius. Well,
I think he is. I think he is a freaking...
Morrison may have been, but, again, they treated him like he was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I just don't see it. I mean, great music, though. Don't get me wrong, but again, it's the hype versus the reality.
I'm the outlier because I love the Doors.
Okay.
I like them.
And I think that their shit was great. I think Morrison, of course, he was over the top.
Yeah.
But, the shit that he came up with, man, I listened to the lyrics, a lot of Doors songs, man, and they're pretty genius, honestly, to me.
Okay.
They're very abstract.
And he was he's a poet. That's what he was before he even started doing this stuff. So I just, there's nothing that blows you away about guitar and stuff like that.
It was mainly keyboard.
Huh?
It was mainly keyboard.
It was mainly keyboard.
Yeah.
He had that organ sound.
Yeah.
But, I was just...
And their sound was cool.
Very,
and musically, it was good, and it was cool. But I still think it's one of those things. It's same thing with the Beatles. Great music. Is it as good as people freaking say it is? No, I just don't.
Right. I mean, do you have a Doors CD or any of their music?
No.
Do you?
I don't have it personally, but I've listened to a lot of the Doors.
That's what I'm saying, though. It wasn't enough to go out and actually buy one of their...
Well, I didn't buy a whole lot of music anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you I did here later.
Okay.
Who I did buy.
Okay.
But no, I didn't. And I'll be honest with you, man. I was a latecomer when it come to the Doors. I didn't listen to the Doors at first, but I heard them on the radio.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the more I heard them on the radio, I mean, like well past their time.
Right.
I was like, man, this shit's pretty good. And it's pretty original, man. I mean, I don't know if I've heard too much.
Yeah,
too many people sound
original.
Sound like the Doors and then do the things that the Doors.
Yeah, the
did.
vocal quality was very original.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So number 22, and I don't really have a whole lot of opinion on this guy because I didn't listen to it, and I didn't listen to him a lot, and I did not. Kind of counting on Ron here because I think he might know more than I do. But Al Green.
Al Green. I'm trying to think of what he did. I know the name, but I can't place the song.
Well, we'll move on to 21.
Well,
what about you, Ricker?
I can't.
I know.
I can't form an opinion on that one because I don't know enough of his music, and I can't think of anything. I'm sure that if you played it,
right,
I bet you
would know it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But again,
that's what I was kind of hoping for Ron on that.
No,
how can you say somebody's overrated when they're kind of obscure?
Yeah, right.
If it's not, I don't. Again, this is somebody trying to be controversial.
And not doing a very good job because we're ripping this bastard to shreds.
Right.
Aren't we?
Yeah. If we were doing a tally, he'd be
way behind.
Yeah, he'd be way behind.
Willing to make a deal. Well. Look
Here we go.
What the kitty cat drug in.
Kiss.
Yeah,
Huh?
gotta be.
Who was it?
Kiss.
Yeah.
21's Kiss.
You want to start, Jeff?
Sure. I love them. I have always loved them. I ever since I was a kid, and this is one of them that I bought tons of freaking records on. My brother and I bought so many Kiss records. What we did, we bought Kiss records to play, and then the other Kiss records we bought, we put them up on the wall like crown molding on the right there on the ceiling, and all the Kiss records,
Really?
plus the posters and everything like that.
Right.
I bought in hard. And plus, I think they were good. I like a lot of their songs. Okay, And like I was telling you guys before, I love Ace Frehley.
Right.
And I'm sorry, and it sucks, that we're going to be talking about he passed away, and I never got a chance to see him, and that sucks too. But I was always a big Ace Frehley fan. This is where I stand. I'm not going to say that they're overrated. I think that they're underrated because people say they're overrated. Well, Gene Simmons is a fucking marketing genius.
It seems like if we have their record collection or their collection, we're going to say that they're not overrated. But if we don't own any of their stuff, so that kind of plays into it, I think.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know a single Kiss record.
What do you think about the band itself? It's,
for me, I'm not into that kind of basic rock music. I can appreciate what they do, though. I mean, there are some songs I go, wow, that's kicking.
Yeah.
And I think the makeup thing was genius because they could walk out on the street, nobody knew who they were. Super smart.
That was good. Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking they are not overrated. I don't think they're underrated by any stretch, but I don't really think they're overrated either.
I mean, they're the songs that they had.
Nobody's going to
and things like that are not stuff that you're going to go like, that shit was genius.
Yeah, musically,
Right. You're not going to go, oh my God, everybody will turn to Beth. Okay. And I'm not, Beth is okay. I just don't, big deal.
I like that song.
It's a good song, but it's like, I don't, if you're going to turn to Beth and then not listen to the other shit, then I'm like, all right. Cause Beth is an easy fallback on Kiss. Cause everybody goes, oh, I love Beth. Okay. That's great. And then that's another band that if you listen to a lot of other songs that were on records,
right,
were pretty damn good that never got played. And plus,
that's true.
Plus, they never hardly got radio airtime.
Didn't the drummer write Beth?
He sang it.
So.
Oh, he sang it.
Wasn't it Peter Criss that did that?
He wrote it too, maybe.
He probably did. Yeah. I think him and Paul Stanley might have.
Maybe.
I don't know. But they never got radio airtime. You never heard Kiss on the radio.
It's true.
Not really.
Yeah,
never.
Yeah.
So they had to freaking market the living shit out of themselves to make them that big without radio airtime.
Yeah.
That's pretty good stuff to me.
Yeah.
So we can move off on them. And I'm not I think Gene Simmons is a marketing genius, but he's also a prick.
Right.
Okay. Now I can't really comment on this artist here because I never listened to it. Joan Baez.
Yeah.
I
can't
can't.
Music.
I can't. I can't do it.
I just love
that's probably.
I wish I had the cameras on this to show everybody Ron's face when he said that.
Right, the bitter beer face going on over here.
That is the most. If she's even
again, he's being too nice, man. But go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, no, I can't. That music. Oh man, her voice drives me insane.
Yeah,
and the whole activist stuff.
Right.
Just
shut up and freaking play music.
Just shut up and don't sing.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's even better. Just go away.
Because we like Kingston Trio, they're folk music, but they're not like this.
Right.
And this picture on here that I'm looking at, with her, it's like with Bob Dylan, who sucks. Anyway, but I'll digress.
Yeah, I mean, the Kingston Trio had harmonies. They had great storied songs. And
I have no idea who this is. Number 19, Buffy St. Marie.
She's kind of in that same vein.
Do you know her?
She's in that same vein.
No, she's in the same deal?
Yeah.
It says powerful messages.
Yeah, which means freaking jamming messages down your throat type of shit.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Buffy. I don't know if you're still alive or not, but you suck.
Yeah, you suck.
But you're right, Rick, about this list. How there's people that,
who would make this list up of people that's like, you're fringe. Well, we want to know who you don't like, who actually, we can have an opinion about.
I want to know who they like.
Although Al Green, I think Al Green, if we heard enough of his music, we could make
I bet we would probably like it.
I think we would.
Yeah,
I believe.
I do.
I believe we would.
I have a feeling that we probably like Al Green shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can kind of hear.
I've heard of him, and I just
He's
don't.
got a smooth voice.
I can't tell you that what any songs and stuff like that. But I don't know why. I have a feeling I think I'd like it.
Yeah, I mean all that, like 70s Motown and R&B.
R&B stuff. Usually it's pretty good.
Like the Let's Get It On. I think he was in that kind of style of music.
Yeah.
Like Marvin Gaye and freaking
exactly. He's right.
Gladys Knight.
He's in that vein. He's right in that vein.
This band at number 18 surprises me that they're on the overrated list a little bit, and I want you guys to talk about it, and I'll tell you why I'm thinking that it's kind of surprising. Black Sabbath.
Overrated?
Overrated.
No.
Ron?
It's, again, music I didn't listen to.
Okay.
Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne, right?
Yeah.
My wife loves that whole
Sam, too bad Tammy's sick, because if she was sitting in, we could say, hey, Tamala, come on.
Screaming right now.
Yeah.
Again, a good guitar player's in the band.
Yeah, Tony Iommi.
I just, like it says here, and I agree, Rickert, real quick, and I'm going to let you have it. They introduced metal.
That's it. That's what I was going to say.
To us all. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff is pretty good. I don't know how, and I don't know how it's overrated, honestly.
There's no way. If anything, it's underrated. Literally, some of their, that they're freaking
pioneers.
awesome.
Pioneers,
yeah, exactly.
You can't
and that
overrate
speaks for
pioneer.
something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, and we'll give that to the Beatles. Okay.
Yeah.
So going back to the Beatles, they were pioneers as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have had the Monkees.
It's true.
That's true. That's true, though.
It is very true. And how many imitation rip-off Beatles bands were there?
Yeah, I mean, see, well, and I'm going to hand that to them too, because every other, besides, Monkees were their own deal, but I mean, if anybody tried to be the Beatles, there ain't no way they could be the Beatles.
Right.
If the Beatles are in there, the Beach Boys should be in there.
The Beatles, I bet the Beatles got more ass back then than fucking any band ever, I think.
Probably.
You see all these videos with the screaming chicks.
Oh man, yeah.
They thought Gene Simmons fucked a lot of chicks. I bet these guys freaking put Gene Simmons in the dirt.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, it's like you said, they're both groundbreaking bands. That's
right.
They freaking really came at the right time and had their own sound. And
this is why I like this list, because some stuff we know and we've heard, some stuff you like and we've heard,
right? Because I really stayed away from the heavy metal stuff. I never got into that whole.
I think you could play it well if you tried it.
It's very simple as far as chord structures.
See there.
So that's probably part of the reason I didn't get into it.
I'll be your coach. Start off with Smoke on the Water.
It's like the first song you learn on guitar.
Yeah, pretty much.
But if you really want to be a good guitarist, and I'm not shitting you, man, listen and try to emulate Roy Clark.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That fucker could play.
He could play anything.
Oh,
he could play any stringed instrument well.
Yeah, he's
That's
amazing.
Just,
I mean, he may wear overalls and he's maybe on the but damn, that boy could. He owned that guitar and he owned the banjo. He owned anything he played.
He was fun to watch play.
Yeah.
So we kind of went off track, but I wanted to give Roy Clark some props
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because RC was the man.
Yep.
Overrated band number 17, the Bee Gees.
That's a
Don't
tough
tell me you didn't listen to Bee Gees, Ron.
I think I saw Saturday Night Fever like 7 times. I actually dig that music.
Yeah, I think that's one of those that with time it just gets to be kind of works.
They were one of those bands that was easy to kick on. Okay.
Oh, it was.
Especially if you like rock music. They're easy to kick on.
The high vocals and
but actually,
just disco music in general.
Yeah, that's true.
Freaking just grind on it. It was easy.
And it's yet another band that if you fucking sat down and listened to them and listened to the lyrics and listened to stuff like that, it's really, really good.
I know. I know. I mean, I hated disco too, but
Oh, I hated it.
I did too, but again,
the Bee Gees stuff I liked.
But there's no way that I'm going to freaking hit falsetto like dude,
yeah,
like Barry Gibb.
Yeah.
right.
That boy can freaking.
Dang.
Well,
Their harmonies were so
they
good.
harmonized so well
Yeah,
together.
they
I
did.
mean, they were just really,
Yeah, very melodic.
yeah.
Very melodic.
And you can't overrate a band that takes advantage of what's hot right now, especially music wise.
Jeez.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like okay, and what they did was
Again,
incredible.
trend setting.
Yeah.
And
You know, they were, you know, they kind of set the whole thing.
and their
They were
brother
it. They
and their
were it.
brother Andy, you know, he kind of went off on his own, but he did the same kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one song he had was pretty popular.
Yeah, and plus he married Victoria Principal, man, who is
Right.
God,
Nice catch.
You know, for the 70s, that was
that
it.
boy jackpotted on that.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Outkicked his coverage. Is that what you
Outkicked his coverage for sure.
Not overrated.
I'm not going to say.
I'm gonna
I
say no.
I think they're not overrated either. So Bee
Not
Gees,
my favorite music, but again,
my favorite music either.
well done, well produced,
Yeah.
and you know, trend setting.
Bee Gees, you got some love from the Humble Backyard Studio
Yes,
today.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
Whoever's left.
Whoever's
I
left.
don't
I don't know whoever's left either.
don't
Yeah,
know.
you're right.
I think
You're
only
right.
Barry Gibbs. Barry Gibb, if you're listening, which you're not, you should listen because we're like giving you the shit
Good
right
music.
now. We're
Yeah.
propping you up like a mother.
Yeah.
16, Steely Dan.
Are you kidding me?
Overrated band, they say.
Oh, man.
Ain't no way.
Talk
that-
about chord structures.
Richard might be thinking overrated.
Yeah, I am.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really care for their music. Again, they had good music, but this is a tough one for me because I don't really like their music. So for me, it's more of a like and not like type of thing. Instead of are they overrated for what they did? Yeah, I don't really care for them.
And you said, and I agree. Do you say that they have riffs all over the place?
Well,
in their
his
songs?
chord
It's like- it's
structuring
like
is
freaking-
amazing. He goes in so many different places
I-
in every song.
I love Steely Dan, man. I thought they were pretty awesome, you know. And I didn't have any of their shit either.
I own everything they have.
But you know, every time that I heard them, I can't not like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
can't not like it.
Yeah.
So Steely Dan,
That's a 2-1 deal. You guys win again.
Yeah.
Steely Dan. According to us, the vote is in.
Yeah.
You are not overrated,
No. Get off
except
that
for Rigor.
list.
So
Get off
if
that list.
you guys are still alive, I'll give you his address.
Right.
But Rick, have you only heard what you've heard on the radio?
Pretty much, yeah.
See, and that
Okay.
that's not
That's tough.
And
Yeah.
that I'm not gonna say that's not fair, but that's basically what I've heard. Is this most of the shit on the
Okay.
radio?
Yeah.
I heard a guy when I was living in Altus, I got a little Steely Dan story for you, man. He had a drum set and he was gonna sell it, and my friend wanted to buy the drum set, and he went over there, and we went over there to for the guy to look at it, and he wanted to hear the guy play on it, and he did Ricky Don't Lose That Number on, and and he did the drums right there flawlessly.
Wow.
And it was kind of kick ass.
Yeah.
So that's probably where I really started my love for Steely Dan.
And if you weren't
Okay.
a top musician, you couldn't play on the record.
No.
Oh,
They would get
do
like
not
3
doubt
guitar
it.
players. I mean, really good guitar players, and then they would pick from which one did the best track. So man, it was hard to get on their records.
It's pretty
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
So we'll go down.
What number was that?
That was 16. Now we're 15.
Okay.
So we're at the halfway point. We'll probably start shuffling through here in a little bit.
I keep watching this beetle right here that wants to get out.
that damn bug's
Not the
pisses me
Beatles,
off. Not
by
that
the way. Just a
That
Beatle.
could be George.
I know these things suck right now this time of year. These little
Yeah.
bugs.
Yeah.
They don't hurt you, but anyway,
15, you said?
here's 15, and I don't know if I believe that this is an overrated band. U2,
Oh, you too? Wow.
whether you like them or not.
No. Bono is a humanitarian, overrated. As a band, not thinking so.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
think
call.
I think they're probably pretty good. I think they're. And I don't like their music, but
well, there you
again,
go.
you know, again, longevity, amount of hits, freaking, you know, music.
Pretty original sound. Yeah.
Their sound.
Great sound. And I love the album Joshua Tree. The stuff on that album was really good. And I'm not a YouTube big fan, but I'm not a fanboy, as they say.
Right.
But Joshua Tree had a lot of cool ass songs on it, and I really liked it a lot. So I'm going to say they're not overrated.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll agree.
All right. 14. I kind of laughed at this one, then you'll know why. Jimmy Buffett.
Yes. Way
overrated guy.
Way fucking overrated.
What do you think, Ron?
I mean, I've only heard a few of his songs, so I don't.
They're all the same.
I would imagine maybe. Yeah. If they're all the same, then yeah, overrated.
Here's the thing that makes him overrated: his fans.
Yeah,
the people who love him. It's like, what the fuck is wrong
they
with
get
you,
super
man?
ripped, right?
Yeah, you got to be freaking. You got to be wasted, man, to freaking enjoy this shit, man. It's like.
Yeah.
Even with such freaking thoughtful and awesome lyrics as kicked off my flip flop, stepped on a pop top.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well thought out. Freaking probably took years to come up with that one.
I don't even know. Yeah. I you know.
And how's that work nowadays with no pop tops? That kind of freaking loses, you know, everybody from 1980 on.
All his shit's in the sand anyway. He talks about it on the beach and shit.
Yeah.
Even if you freaking did a curb stomp on a fucking pop top on a beach, that thing would just sink in. It wouldn't hurt your foot.
Right. I just
overrated. We'll go with that.
I mean, extremely.
Yeah. I think that one freaking should be near the top of the list, but we haven't gotten to the top of the list, so there may be somebody that we're forgetting about. But that one's an easy one to freaking say yes.
Yeah.
This guy sucks. Do you need a water?
No, I'm good.
Just checking on the troops here before we go to 13. Then we're going to go here right now. Jimmy Buffett, I know you're not alive anymore, and I know you got Margaritaville freaking hotels, which the one here sucks. You are like probably one of the most overrated dudes ever. Okay. So keep stepping on pop tops in heaven, brother. Okay.
You did bring drunk women a lot of fun, so
yeah, you did.
At least you did that.
And he likes margaritas, so that's cool.
Right.
Okay. You know, there is booze in the blender.
Right.
That made him a fortune, I'm sure.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
13, kind of I'm curious on this one, see what you think. How about Jay Giles Band?
Again, what, 2 or 3 hits that we can think of at the top?
Right? I actually saw them when I was a kid.
Did you?
So, yeah, I mean they were a party band. I just don't. Again, I don't think they're overrated because
they're not overrated.
They're not overrated, right? Nobody goes, gosh, dang, I could sit down and listen to a whole Jay Giles Band album. But if you hear a song, it's like, that makes me happy.
Was he the centerfold guy?
Yeah.
I love that song.
I hated it.
Oh, you did?
Oh, that was probably one of their worst songs.
Really? I dig that song.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It is. Well, it is fun.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was kind of just a joke song that was well done.
Well, I think that had to do with.
Have?
Well, I mean,
Love Stinks.
Love Stinks. That's actually a good song.
Okay.
I kind of like that
I did
song.
like Love Stinks.
All right. So what else? We got one more. Can you give me one more?
I can't think of anybody.
I don't think I can.
All right. Who did 86752? That was
Tommy Two-Tone.
Tommy Two-Tone. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of the same feel, right? As the
same deal.
Kinda. Same era, same thing. Yeah.
So I am going to agree with the overrated just because they've had a couple of hits, and I don't know if I think that they're.
Yeah, but
I know you saw them, and that's cool that you saw them.
No, but I mean, who's sitting there clamoring?
That's cool that you admitted.
Exactly.
That's cool that you admitted you saw them.
It was not to go see them, and I don't think it was. Actually, it might have been to go see them. There might have been alcohol.
How long ago was that?
Oh my gosh, it's probably 1980.
Yeah, the Tommy
Two-Tone
open for him.
Okay.
No, I think Joan Jett actually opened for him.
Oh, well, that'd be different.
Dang.
I'd go there for Joan
That would
Jett.
be cool.
Yeah.
I'd suffer through Jay Giles to listen to Joan Jett.
Yeah, I think it was. There was a venue and there.
You got reprieved, man.
Yeah.
You got reprieved right there since you went with Joan Jett.
I think it was. I think it was.
Wow.
Actually, I think it was Joan Jett and I think Blue Oyster Cult
Wow.
too.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, and that was, and Blue Oyster Cult was
it like a day on the green or something?
it was an outdoor venue. Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, that's a good show.
I think it was. This was 80, 81, 82,
Yeah, I
somewhere
just
in there.
graduated.
I mean, you stuck Jay Giles band in between them, and you won't even know they're there. I mean, honestly, you wouldn't.
They play 4 or 5 songs and they get off stage.
That's when you go stand in line for the pisser for an hour. You know, that's
They
what,
just get on there. They go play.
get a beer.
They just get on the stage. They play Love Stinks. They play Centerfold. And now, welcome, Blue Oyster Cult. Okay.
I don't remember. I saw a couple concerts at that venue, and I know all of those were at that venue, and I don't know if they were together or what.
Right.
I don't remember.
Well,
That's cool. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah. If they're the undercard on that show, I would have went sat through them.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
12, and I agree with this one, man. Big overrated motherfucker. Sorry for that extreme profanity, but I hate Janis Joplin.
Oh, for sure.
I hated her music. I hated her voice. I'm sorry that she died the way she died, but I could not stand.
See, I don't have that kind of hatred, but I think she's overrated. Again, I think she's definitely overrated. I don't have that kind of hatred. I don't mind her music.
I think that, prisoners in Guantanamo should have been subjected to hear that shit all the time.
Right. They would have admitted to everything.
She's overrated for me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. Her guitar player was in the audience at a show I was playing at, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is in the Bay?
In San Francisco when we were playing at some of the venues there.
Okay.
That was kind of
cool.
neat. But
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't, she did nothing for me.
And she's ugly.
She was not.
Those glasses didn't help.
She was a
God.
handsome woman. Let's put it this way. She was a handsome woman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I don't even think I could perform the handsome thinking about her.
Probably.
I haven't heard that one before, but that's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought of that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Jeffy?
Oh, number 11, overrated. I'm going to say right now, I agree, and I'm going to wait to hear everybody else. Bruce Springsteen.
Oh my gosh, for sure. Not even close.
Wow.
Not even close. This is
And this is not about politics.
no.
Now, so how much of his earlier stuff do you guys know?
Enough to know that we don't want to listen to it.
Okay. I saw him live and it was spectacular.
Well, that's cool, man, that you did.
I saw him live.
Now, I do wish I could say that I saw him live. Just
That
so
way
I
you
say,
could
just so I-
submarine that.
so I can say, yeah, I saw him live.
No, but his
like
band was
Cassandra, a whole bunch of
incredible.
people.
That's different.
Yeah.
That is different.
What'd you say, What'd you say,
His
Ron?
band was incredible.
Oh, sure.
Well,
I mean-
Clarence Clemens, obviously probably one of the best,
Yep.
and
then
their
Van
band.
Zandt was on guitar and yeah.
Max
it was-
Weinberg on the drums.
And it was, his lyrics are incredible, man. I don't know if you guys have studied
Disagree.
any of his lyrics.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather study freaking
I think-
paint on the fucking wall
Yeah.
than
I
listen.
didn't mean to
or-
study, but I mean just seen them written out.
Yeah. Well,
Again, we knew this was gonna happen. There
Yeah,
would
no,
be
of course.
strong opinions.
I am honestly surprised that he's on the list.
Well, he is pretty big.
Well, I mean, this is an overrated list.
But as big as he is, I could see why the guy
I've
he'd
never
be on
liked.
the list.
I've never
on
liked.
the
The only
list.
song I like of Bruce Springsteen's "Glory Days," and that's not even a great song. And that was off the
No, but it's kind of catchy.
Yeah, see,
It's kind of catchy.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that says the rock anthem of history is "Born to Run" can
No.
kiss my ass.
Ron, you're on your own.
Okay, Ron, you can see how strong that we feel about this.
No,
guy.
I hear you. Yeah.
And that's cool. That's what we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you,
No,
I mean,
no.
you can pimp Bruce Springsteen all you want, and I'm not going to.
I can't
You're still
stand him.
You're still going to be my friend.
I can't stand him as a person, but he's such a dick. But no, seeing him live and growing up with his music.
You don't think he's overrated?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay. Well, that's, again, I've been on the wrong side of this 2-to-1 thing, and now you're on the wrong side of the 2-to-1.
And I've been on the wrong side. I think we all have.
I think we all
and I'm
have.
okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, top 10.
Okay.
Deep Purple.
No way. No
Not
freaking
overrated?
way. No way. Nope. Absolutely
That's
not.
the Smoke on the Water, guys.
Spoke on the Water,
Smoke on the
Highway
Water,
Star.
Was Ozzy in that band too?
No.
Okay.
No.
Huh. That's their only song I know.
That's the only song I know
Again,
theirs too.
I didn't listen to that.
Highway Star? Haven't you ever heard that?
I probably have,
Yeah.
but I just don't. I'm not saying that they're overrated. I just haven't listened to them enough to listen to enough of their shit to qualify.
I
qualify to say that they're overrated.
Again, this is one of those, here's the hype and here's them being overrated. I don't think so. Again, nobody's clamoring for it, and yet I think they have good music.
I don't think Smoke on the Water is a good song.
I don't think it is, but the lyrics are kind of interesting.
Okay.
I was into a jazz phase during that period of time, so I wasn't listening to stuff like that.
Dude,
Yeah.
you missed out some Deep Purple.
I know, but I mean, now I hear it now, and I'm kind of like, that's really.
I'm happy
that's
for
really
you.
Cool, pretty cool.
Because I don't think you missed anything. I mean, Ricker likes him. That's fine.
Well, again,
That's cool, though.
I
They
like
haven't
them,
been
but
talked enough for them to be overrated, huh?
well, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
how is a band overrated when
Nobody kind of knows.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
other than
I
a few
agree with
people,
that.
it's like,
I agree
they're
with
not
that.
overrated. Nobody's
That's one of the
sitting-
qualifications.
Yeah.
If you don't care.
No, again,
They're on the list. I'll get, so.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying that they should or shouldn't be.
That
You
was
know.
10, right?
That was 10.
That was 10.
Top
Number
10.
9. Wow. James Brown. That was my James Brown impersonation.
No,
That
don't
wasn't
think-
very good.
I don't
No,
think
it's
it
just,
was
my impersonations aren't good anyway. So the stuff I've heard of him, I don't like.
It's okay. I
He's
think
a pioneer.
He is.
kind of was. Yeah.
The whole dancing,
Yeah.
the whole show.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Jackson wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for him, possibly. I mean, I can't say that. I can't say that.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I can't say that. I'm sorry. I
Because
take that
Michael
back.
Jackson was a kid and doing that shit.
But he saw
the-
some
the-
of James Brown's stuff. That's why.
Yeah. I don't know.
Prince got all his moves from James Brown.
I'd have to say that's
I'm surprised Prince
probably.
isn't on this list.
Well, we haven't gotten through. I'd have to say I kind of agree with that.
That's number 8, Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
I mean,
He's not.
he was a pioneer, but at the same time, I think he was probably overrated. Probably.
I just
I'm on the fence on him.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of hard to be.
I'm gonna,
He
yeah.
could
one way or
possibly.
the
I
other.
be
can't
on
say that
list.
he's overrated. I can't say he's underrated. So I'm going to abstain on that one like a pussy.
On the fence. All right.
No, I'm not even on the fence. I just don't care. So, because I'm not everything I've heard from him, I didn't like, and it
Okay.
wasn't much. So,
Right.
just that small sample size.
I feel
Right.
good. That's the one you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's one
Yeah,
of them. Yeah. I think that song sucks dick. Anyway, wow, that was too graphic.
No.
Okay.
This isn't PG-13. This is MA.
Never is.
So.
Never has been. Number 8, Steve Perry.
Huh. Why did they say Journey? That's
I'm not sure.
As a solo artist, I don't think so, because again, who's clamoring? And the songs that he did, they were okay.
yeah.
It's not like he's going to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for his solo career.
I'm
Come on,
personally
let's
not.
be-
Let's lump him in with Journey too. Then, if you want,
Well, people definitely think he has one of the best rock vocals. So
he can belt.
maybe
I'll give
that's
him that.
where the overrated thing
I'm
is
not a
coming
big
from.
Journey fan. So
I like the earlier stuff.
I think
Before
they
he
had
came
some,
along.
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
before he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they had some. I think they had some really good music, but his voice irritates me. Sorry, just does.
With Neil Sean, man. Neil
He
Sean
can play. He can play.
Their ballads I didn't really like.
Because that's all they fucking did after a while.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that stuff.
You know.
I think they had a really good sound early, and then they kind of just went into the ballad thing, and it was like, yeah, you lost me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Probably why I didn't.
Yeah.
I have a friend that I went to high school with, man. She's still in love with that guy. Anyway, I digress. Well, here we go. 7, REO Speedwagon, same deal.
This one's a tough one for me because I don't.
I'm not gonna overrate them, man, because of their early shit.
I like them.
I liked them too.
Yeah, I like their stuff.
And then he start getting in that can't fight this feeling dog shit.
Yeah.
But Kevin Cronin did, and then he kind of broke the band up recently. I saw them with Styx, honestly.
Yeah.
When you were saying, did you see Styx? I
Yeah,
saw them with
okay.
Styx. And
I saw Kansas with Styx.
oh, did you?
That kind of makes sense.
God, I wish I would have saw them
That
full
was-
band. I saw them here, but it was basically a cover band. Anyway, because I love Kansas.
Yeah, it was a great show.
God. But REO Speedwagon, their stuff before they got into this ballad mode too was
Right.
I thought was pretty good.
I can't
They
fight this
did.
feeling anymore. I love that song.
Do you really?
I do.
Again, see, you're a
Yeah.
technician though.
Yeah.
See, you're a musical technician, so you can like something musically or thematically, or even as far as the lyrics that we don't get. Okay, because you're a musician, and it may appeal to you, whereas we're just listening to the music, and if it doesn't freaking hit us,
I try to think that I like lyrics, and I listen to it. But my comment on I Can't Fight This Feeling.
Now, if you cranked it on some really good speakers,
okay.
Okay,
you would be like, "Whoa,
I'm not gonna-
sonically
I'm
done
not going
so
to-
well.
I'm not going to challenge you
It
on
would
that.
knock you down. It's strong. Everything's so
Well,
it's
good.
in the pocket, man. The structure of the guitars, the sound, it's amazing.
Yeah, but now you see, now we're getting into the weeds with production value.
I know. See, and I
That's
can't
a
listen
tough
to
thing.
music any other way. It
Yeah.
sucks.
No, but no, it's okay because you bring a different perspective than we do. Like I
That's
said,
why I could not wait for him to come on.
yeah, for us, it's just what's the total thing
Right.
for us?
Right.
What is it for us? And because you're a musician and a technician, and you produce your own stuff.
Yeah.
You have a totally
I do
different
listen to it
perspective.
differently. Yeah.
Yeah, you listen to it differently.
Yeah.
So what are we going with?
I'm going to go
I'm
with.
gonna
I'm going to go with.
say not.
I don't think they're overrated.
I don't think they're overrated.
Good.
Yeah, because I liked REO Speedwagon.
Yeah, I
man.
do too.
And again, they're good and nobody's clamoring.
Yes.
Now here's another one. This is going to be. I personally think it's controversial that it's on an overrated list, and because I like them, it's the Eagles. I like the Eagles.
I do too.
They've written so many great songs.
So many
Yeah.
great
Oh,
songs.
man.
And no,
Their catalog is unbelievable.
I am not really sure how they can be considered overrated. Ricker, because
Yeah.
he looks like you might have
No,
an overrated opinion on this.
I know the dude.
No, I don't.
Dude doesn't like him.
Who?
The dude.
Oh, the dude doesn't like him.
The dude. Well, we're not talking about that movie. We're not into movies. We're talking about music. So, no, if they're overrated, it would be so minimal. It's not even funny. I think their music is justifiably praised.
Yeah, they're where they should be. Huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they're level with where they should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not underrated.
Yeah.
What was the drummer's name?
Don Henley.
I love his voice. God.
Now, see, I love Glenn Fry.
Yeah, but
Well,
he's
I
no
love
longer
him.
with us. So
No,
He partied too much, apparently. That's what he said before he when he got really sick, he goes, "Man, I lived way too hard." As far as-
Yeah, but he
as far as
sounds like he
drugs.
had
that sounds more
probably
like
a
Joe
lot of
Walsh
fun.
to me.
That's true.
Yeah,
No, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
yeah. But I there's no way that
No,
I can
Eagles
overrate
should
the
not be
Eagles.
on
No, I don't
this.
think so.
No way.
I agree with Ron. Their catalog, brilliant.
yeah.
When you can have two best of
Well, here's the
records.
thing. The other thing is how many freaking great solo projects out of that band.
All of them are.
All of them.
every
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Henley's freaking awesome on his
Love
own.
his
Glenn
solo
Fry
stuff.
was awesome on
Yeah.
his own. Joe
Joe
Walsh. I
Yeah,
mean,
Walsh.
everybody.
Timothy B had some shit on his deal
Yeah,
too,
it's
man. I
just-
mean, they had
And
Yeah.
their harmonies were just unbeatable.
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
they shouldn't
sorry.
be anywhere near
I'm,
this list.
I'm a big Eagles fan, so I
Me too.
it's easy for me to say that they're not overrated.
Me
I'm
too.
not a huge Eagles fan, but I'll tell you what, their music was great. So
Yeah.
there's no
I-
freaking getting around that.
Yeah.
You know, if you start playing Eagles and shit like that, man, at home or one of their records or anything like that, or if you stream now, of course. So,
Right.
but if you start listening to them, man, it's hard to turn them off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's yeah, and you can listen to the whole album and never be
And you'll be
disappointed
like, okay,
in
okay,
anything.
yeah,
You're not
this
going to
is-
skip
This
anything.
is good stuff here.
Hotel California is gold.
Yeah.
That album was gold.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, and even all the way to
Great guitar
Heartache.
stuff.
I love Heartache Tonight,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
man, and Glenn Fry rocked that freaking
Yeah, he
vocal on
did.
that son
Yep.
of a bitch for sure. Now here's the one I'm really curious to hear Ricker on, because he's a Michigan
What number is this?
5. He's a Michigan.
Yeah.
Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Because Ricker's a Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, could possibly be
Yeah, I
considered
agree.
overrated.
I agree.
You think it's over?
Yeah,
You think they're overrated?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
I like
Not
a
that
lot-
he didn't have some really good
I was
songs.
saying, I like a lot of Bob Seger songs, man.
but talk about sounding the same.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I do agree with that.
But now here's the funny thing. Again, earlier music better.
Like Main Street to me is a really good song.
I love that song.
That's the guitar work on that is so good.
Yeah, it's good too, man.
Yeah, I'd have to say overrated.
Yeah,
A
me
lot of
too.
good songs.
Yeah,
I'm not going to call them overrated. I'm going to call them
where they're at.
where they're at.
Okay.
I know that's a puss way out, but I can't overrate them, man, just because I like a lot of their shit.
Yeah,
And they can't underrate them, obviously.
right.
So, number 4, might agree with this one, Steve Miller.
Yeah,
Steve Miller Band.
I think slightly.
Ron
slightly.
has a quizzical look on his face.
Yeah. Now I can remember kind of growing up with that one album.
Fly like
a beagle.
Fly like a beagle.
Was that it?
I don't remember the name of the album, but that song got freaking just drilled
Played
into
out.
my brain.
It played that thing
in
out.
whatever it was, 1973 or
What's the one where he's like getting shot or something like that? With a bullet or something like
Oh,
remember.
I
take the
think
money and run.
Take the
You know,
money
they're-
and run.
They're,
Yeah.
they're Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. Take the money and run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that on that album?
I don't
I
know.
don't remember.
I'm trying to think how far back. He goes pretty far back, doesn't he?
He does.
He does go back.
Yeah.
And then he put out Abracadabra, and I'm like, God
Oh,
dang
God.
Bye. Bye.
it. God.
That ended his career. didn't it?
Career ender, career killer. So,
Again, I don't. How many people are even talking about Steve Miller?
well, I think he was at the Brit here
Yeah, you're right.
not too long
Yeah,
ago.
he's still doing it, huh? Where are you going with him? Overrated?
I'm going to go a bit overrated. I just don't think, he had a lot of songs that everybody knows and they like him and they like his band, Steve Miller Band, but I'm not really down with it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and call overrated on
Okay.
it. What about you?
Yeah, I think so.
Call overrated?
I think he's a political hack too. I think.
Well, they all are, so I can't even
it's
fuck
true.
with
I
that.
guess they
So.
have no choice.
We don't. That's a totally different deal. And I'm gonna wait. Ricker's gone. He'll be right back. But me and you could talk about this band till then, and then we'll rehash it with him. So
Okay, what do we got?
and it's number 3. Oh, I I got some strong opinions on this band, so I'm going to let you take the floor about Jethro Tull.
Wow. Overrated? Jethro Tull, huh? I saw him live too. And he has got some different music, man. He's like the Rob Zombie.
Ian Anderson's the dude that lead sings for him. And he's a flute-toting freaking prancing around with a fucking flute. And he's like in a rock band.
He's the Rob Zombie.
Zombie?
I'm just saying his music is just so diverse and so different.
I've been waiting for Ricker to come back on this one.
So
We'll get him
different,
back
man.
into Ricker's back. Number 3, and then we've been on this, and I'll go over it a little bit too. Jethro Tull.
Oh, I think definitely overrated. Yeah. Not that I hate.
Ron saw Jethro Tull.
I actually went to this one of his shows. Yeah,
I don't have the hatred that you do for him.
sitting
but
on
he
a park
knew.
bench.
See, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, okay.
you
It's
know,
so different,
here's the
man.
thing.
And
Here's
he's
the thing
running
for
around
me.
with a flute, like I said.
Here's the thing for
He's a
me.
really fluty guy.
They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and
Why?
there are people that are way more deserving that
Yeah.
need to be in there than them. And that's one of those things that shows you that they're way overrated.
Yeah, he's running, he's that flute shit. Just
Yeah, but who was playing a flute back then other than him?
well, it's others.
Yeah, but why? Okay.
But I mean, to get to his level playing the flute is pretty impressive.
Skin flute.
Again, I don't hate the music like you do, but I think
I
they're
can't
overrated.
stand it, man. That's one of the bands I just simply can't stand. And so I can't, of course I'm overrating them.
Right.
I forgot who he opened for. I can't even remember. It was so long.
Oh God, they probably were way better.
Right.
Oh, you know who it was? It was, man, like Poco or somebody like that.
Poco would
Oh,
beat
my-
the shit out of
It
him.
was just a weird combination.
Yeah.
Like
All right,
a soft rock band.
yeah,
with them.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird.
And they won some kind of heavy metal freaking award. It's like heavy metal. What are you talking
Poco
about? with
did?
it? No,
Oh,
not Poco.
Jethro Tull?
Yeah, like freaking what?
I mean, who even hears about Jethro Tull nowadays?
I know, but them getting elected to the
Yeah,
Rock and
that's
Roll
weird.
Hall of
That's
Fame
weird.
in front of other people.
Well, because
it's
he's a
like,
flute player, man. It was
Well,
it was time for a flute
because
player to
he's-
get in there.
Oh, was it
Quote,
was it time
unquote.
for the flute player?
Time for a flute player to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Goodness sakes. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
geez. Okay. Play the flute. You're in the hall.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is one I vehemently disagree with. You guys, that's overrated because I love them. It's probably my favorite band ever. It's Rush.
Yeah, I don't see how you could overrate them.
Yeah.
I think they're if they're not where they should be, they're underrated.
You talk
if
about,
anything.
to me, and you see if you agree with me, Ron, because we're talking about, say, Bob Seger. All this shit sounds the same. Rush's records are different.
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single
I know.
time.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were so innovative. I seen them in show,
Me
and
too.
Yeah,
and
me
it was
too.
you could close your eyes and you think you're listening to the record.
Oh yeah, they were that good.
They were that polished
Yeah.
on stage, and it was amazing.
I think I was either 8th row or 12th row, so I was getting to hear what they were hearing rather than the outside speakers, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was.
It was funny because my brother couldn't stand them.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I said, Mark, I understand that, man. I said they use words too big for you to know about.
That's right. There's more than two syllables.
They have
It's
they
too
have
much.
long words in their fucking songs,
Well-
dude. So I get it.
Some people couldn't get past Getty's voice because it's
True.
It's so different.
It is.
It's great
But-
though,
Yeah.
and for a 3-piece band,
Yeah.
and there was nobody on stage with them. A lot of 3-piece bands have other people on stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do stuff.
No,
They were just it was just them.
Getty Lee had to do the keyboard parts
and the bass,
and he'd
yeah.
do like the Taurus pedals and
Right.
sing and play bass. And it's insane.
It was amazing, and this band definitely.
They're like my top 5 favorite bands. So they definitely don't.
Well, now
deserve it.
you being who you are and being a musician. You have to, if nothing else, even if you didn't like the sound, you have to be freaking amazed at how technically brilliant these guys are.
My kid wanted he wanted to drum. He wanted to be a drummer.
Right.
And I said, okay, man, if you want to be a drummer, here's some of my Rush stuff. Try to play that.
Right.
If you learn to play even remotely close to what Neil Peart did, you're going to be a pretty good drummer, Holmes.
Yeah.
And he did. He went out there and he wasn't that good, obviously. But I mean, it's
he tried to emulate him, and that made him better.
And he loved it. He loved listening to his drums and stuff like that.
They're doing a live show right now.
They're on the
They
drum
sure are.
with a girl, I think, is drumming.
As a drummer.
Yeah. And I wish I could see him, but
Tickets are like $1,000.
Are they really?
Yeah, for shitty seats.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
So
Huge.
I wouldn't trade seeing them, when I saw them.
I know. I agree.
It's like
With
that.
Neil
Tommy
Peart,
Shaw,
the original band.
Tommy Shaw had his own band at the time, and they opened up for him.
Oh, wow.
And I think I've seen Tommy Shaw more than anybody.
Wow.
Because I've seen Styx twice. I've seen Tommy Shaw with Rush, and I've seen Damn Yankees.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I got overloaded with Tommy Shaw. So that's why I love Tommy Shaw. But he's good. But I mean, it's like, he had his own solo gig,
Right.
and he opened for Rush in Oklahoma City at the Myriad, and great show all the way around. Tommy Shaw.
Yeah, I saw a special on him. He did a thing for these kids, and he had a whole orchestra behind him.
I have it DVR'd.
That's really cool. Yeah, it was really cool to see that.
This is number 2.
We're going number 1.
Number 1.
That's my drum roll.
You
didn't hear it.
mean Rush was number 2?
Yeah.
That's insanity.
So here's my drum roll. Okay.
Nice.
Number 1, most overrated band in the land. You brought them up.
Prince.
The Beach Boys.
Oh.
No.
Not a fan, and I think that they're incredibly overrated, but go ahead, Ron. What do you think?
It took me a while because it was like the Beatles, Beach Boys comparison. I don't like a lot of that surfing music that he did, but I do like a couple of his later stuff.
I don't.
So, I'm going to go overrated.
Thank you.
Just because I didn't like the earlier stuff
And
that
Ricker
much.
likes them, and that's okay.
I like them, but I will admit they are overrated.
Think so?
Yeah, I think that whole whatever, what was the name of that album? Pet something. I don't know.
Pet Sounds.
Pet Sounds. Yeah. It was great, but, people compare it to, it's like the greatest, the best produced album ever. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's well done for the time period, but greatest ever.
I mean,
again, overrated.
God Only Knows was on that album. I think that was a really good song, but you're right. There was 5 or 6 other songs that just were bizarre.
I'm with you. I don't like the beach music.
I do.
And every fucking song sounded alike.
Yeah.
To me, at least. You could turn on a Beach Boys song and say, oh, is that their first, second, third record? Well, I don't know.
No, that's what the Beach
Even that
stuff did to
Kokomo
me.
shit that they did.
I hate that song.
So, but when they did that they didn't do it, but there was a knockoff of that called Camel Toe.
Let's not go back into that.
We went into that a couple of
That was another show.
But there was a Camel Toe that was that song that they did off of that. Somebody
Bob
did
and
off
Tom.
of that. Yeah, Bob and Tom did.
That's funny.
And it was like, they did it with the Kokomo song, but they called it Camel Toe.
Yeah, it was funny. It was really funny for me, but that's another story for
It was funny.
an earlier episode.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
I think we're all in agreement that that number 1 is true and number 2 is absolute
Ridiculous.
horseshit.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
So man, that's it.
All right.
So we've covered this. Let me see who this jackwagon is. I'm going to give him credit or her credit or whatever, or not credit. Let's see whose ass we're going to beat here. Let me scroll up.
Well, I mean, some of it's
it's not. They don't have the person. It's from like a place called Bored Panda.
So
Oh,
this
wait.
is
Victoria, but it's spelled V-I-K. It could be a guy or girl. V-I-K-T-O-R-I-J-A.
what the fuck?
Is that Swedish? What is it?
Real.
Who knows?
I'm not good at pronouncing shit either. So last name S-T-R-E-L-C-I-U-N-A-I-T-E.
That's an Icelandic
Wow. That's
So-
too many vowels. For
So
me to
how in the hell?
remember.
Yeah.
Somebody else had the name.
They should
I
put
guess.
that name on Wheel of Fortune.
There you go.
It'd be hard to guess.
Yeah,
That
what?
would be very hard.
I think so too. Man, so that was pretty badass, guys.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
it was fun.
Yeah.
So, Ron, do it live. It's great having you back in the studio, man.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Fucking kick ass, isn't it, Ricker?
You bet.
Yeah. So, hey, man, almostfamousradiopodcast.com. And I'll be quiet and let Ricker, not Ricker, but let you hear the Ron stuff on the way out. We're out.